Hello! This is Gabe.
And Dave.
And here today we are going to be talking about our positive speculations for The Elder Scrolls 6.
Not the negative things, those are coming in a separate video, just the positive thing.
We're going to talk about things we think Bethesda is going to do right in the next Elder Scrolls, what we hope they're going to do right, and speculate on maybe where it would be at.
The first thing I really think Bethesda will add back in from the previous Elder Scrolls games is spellmaking. They literally have no reason not to bring it back, especially after Fallout 4 with the custom gun benches.
Well, not only custom guns, you can customize your armor, you can even customize your baby in Fallout 4 if you so chose to. So
you customize your wife.
You can customize yourself. So I think they're going to bring back spell creation and customization of spells. But I don't think they're going to do it like they did in Oblivion, where you had a spell altar. Given the lands that are left over for the game to be in, I think it may very well be part of a guild thing where you go through a person like you did in Morrowind to make customized spells. So that would make things pretty in-depth.
That makes sense.
It would make sense, and it would make for a more interesting game. We also don't believe that the main character, or the protagonist, in the next story is going to be voice acted like in Fallout 4. With the backlash Bethesda got from the community and the mods out there that were put out instantly to get rid of the voice acting for the main character, we're pretty sure Bethesda's learned their lesson and will allow you to just choose dialogue options without having to hear your character speak, which will be better for role-playing and be more immersive for the character playing.
The next thing we're almost 100% positive about that will be in the game is just overall more weapons and maybe even new weapons.
And maybe even customizable weapons if you get good at smithing, if they keep that skill in.
Because again, they did Fallout 4, the best thing you can do to see what the next Elder Scrolls game is, look at the last game they put out.
We think there's going to be more variety. We think there might actually even be a comeback of weapons, like they brought the crossbow back in Skyrim. There's a very good likelihood they'll be bringing back spears and polearms. This could open up a huge variety of options for not only roleplay aspects, but also for character customization, new skills, different perks, and just overall variety in the game.
And ninja stars.
Oh yeah, throwing stars. We also believe Bethesda is going to work on improving the guild system. In Skyrim, there were about 4 guilds total without the DLC, and they all kind of have one centralized location they were in. Part of this could have been due to the recent war that could have caused guilds to fall apart and different cities to pretty much abandon them to make room for more refugees and to improve their own city's defenses during battle times. With the war being practically over, unless it's still going in the next game, we believe the next game will have more guild halls in each city, and we'll have more guild variety and give you more roleplay options.
We believe the only logical place you could go next after Skyrim is, well, down south. And,
the best option would be to go to Black Marsh,
home of the Argonian scaly people.
And the reason for this is it's going to allow Bethesda to return to their creative roots, like they did in Morrowind and even in Daggerfall, where they can have alien landscapes that are unique and weird. That opens up the possibilities and imagination of every creator out there to design a very in-depth, unique world that's very memorable. It's not going to be like the last 2 games, Oblivion and Skyrim. It was kind of copy-paste from the medieval times and looked very similar to what you could read in a fairy tale book. We believe they're going to go out and do something that's more creative, more intense, and it's going to allow for better roleplay ability in a world that's very diverse, unique, and strange. Plus, with what they've done with Skyrim, allowing you to go back to Solstheim, there's a good chance they'll do Black Marsh. That way you can see the southern part of Morrowind that the Argonians had taken over. What little bit they still hold on to, it would be interesting to explore it and see things like the Clockwork City of Silthasil and other little towns and bays and areas along the coastline.
Another thing we're pretty sure they're going to add in the next game is new guilds. It would make sense if it was in Black Marsh that there would be new guilds because of the new culture and the fact that a lot of the older guilds, Mages Guild, Fighters Guild, Companions, probably fell away.
Or fell apart.
Fell apart after the Civil War in Skyrim, so...
Well, the Civil War in Skyrim has to do with the Companions and the College Winter. Well, that obviously won't be in the next game. But the Mages Guild's been disbanded, the Fighters Guild probably has fallen apart at this point, and it makes sense really any area that they put the next game in to have new guilds that are native to that area, that they had that have not yet been disbanded by the Empire or the war and have not fallen apart yet, or new guilds that have risen up in that time. So whether it's in Black Marsh, elsewhere, Somerset, Isle, or Valenwood, there's a guarantee that we're going to see some new and unique guilds. One thing that really goes without saying where positive is going to be in the next game is more amazing music by Jeremy Soule. Let's face it, Bethesda's last 3 games that were in the Elder Scrolls, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim have had fantastic music. I personally love all the tracks from them, and I'm pretty sure everybody else does as well. And Jeremy Soule is still alive and still composing music, so there's a very high likelihood he's doing the next Elder Scrolls. So, obviously, there's going to be some amazing music and an amazing soundtrack in the next game.
Another thing we'd like to see, and we're pretty sure they should do, is add closure to the Skyrim story. Tell us what happened to the dragons, what became of the Skyrim's people.
What became of the Dragonborn, what's going on with the Thalmor, if they're still around, or if the Dragonborn led a war against them. So we're obviously there's going to be some closure in the next game that is going to become lore. And we're all going to hopefully love it. But we're also going to be looking forward to the next main story. Bethesda has written some pretty good main stories and DLCs in their time, and we're positive this next one is going to have a lot of time and effort into it if they've learned any lesson from Fallout 4.
The next thing we're pretty sure Bethesda is at least considering putting back in the game is the Morag Tong from Morrowind.
The return of the Morag Tong, depending on where it's at, and even if it's not in Black Marsh, let's just say it's all the way over in Hammerfell, there may be a good reason for the Assassin's Guild to return. Depending on the path the Dragonborn took in the lore, whatever they say in the next Elder Scrolls, the Dark Brotherhood may very well have been crushed into, well, pretty much non-existence. There could also be a possibility of having both the Morag Tong and the Dark Brotherhood having a quest to either help the Dark Brotherhood come back and force the Morag Tong out, or help crush any people who are trying to bring back the Dark Brotherhood. So, possibilities are endless, but we believe that this is a strong possibility to be in the next game and would be quite a bit of fun to have.
This has just been a, speculation video of positive things that we're pretty positive are going to be in the next Elder Scrolls game. We will be doing a negative one coming up soon.
And more speculation videos in general as the time approaches sooner and sooner. They will eventually announce the Elder Scrolls 6. So stay tuned for that, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and leave a comment about what you think the next game will be like. And if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and for Dave's sake, rub Chipotle sauce all over everything.